good job in this film. And I say this so sincerely, not to patronize it, because I'm tough on baseball films. I'm tough on them, but at the same time, this is all about the things around baseball, not really about winning or losing. Are you pleased with it?
Oh, I'm very pleased with it, and I cared so much about it because it was such a good experience, and I believed in what the script says, which is about not winning or losing, but how you play the game, and also the idea that you can be a success if you follow your dreams, and you don't have to measure success by being a star. You know, that you can have a passion for something and stay true to it, and especially using the metaphor of baseball, which is so American. I really thought that was fabulous. So, I mean, that's why I'm here. I don't normally go out on junkets and things, and I wanted to have a shot.
When you read the script, and what I'm curious about is that, was it all there on the page to begin with?
A lot of it was there. I mean, things happened. My wardrobe, or the way certain scenes were played, for instance, the last scene on the swing was not indicated to be played that way, and as we went to do it, I found myself so moved by him, and the fact that he was not there for me, but that he was going to stay in baseball, because I knew how much it meant to him, that something happened that wasn't indicated in the script. The goodbye scene with Tim was the same way. That wasn't, it was much more casual and kind of for laughs than what happened. So a lot of times there were things that were, everybody gave little bits of you know, business and blocking and things that Ron made you feel that you could contribute completely, but we didn't improvise. I don't think that, I mean, it was such a good game plan the way it was, and such a good map, you know, that occasionally we would question things, or the ironing board scene was written the night before, the very last day of shooting. And because by then we knew what we needed in that scene, and the scene that was in that space had never really done it. But Ron listened to us, and we did improvise then, but then he went and wrote it, and we did it. So it wasn't it was a very disciplined working situation, but at the same time enough structure to give you the freedom to try things.
This seems like one of those films where everybody, from writing and directing and acting, is all, a lot of people doing some of their really good work, some of their best work.
Well, it was also a project that everybody had to really go to great lengths to be in, that went to great lengths to get up, that, you know, I mean, that Ron fought to direct, and that Kevin fought to keep Ron directing, that I had to audition for, which I hadn't done.
You didn't have to do batting practice, though, did you?
No, I didn't have to audition hitting, thank God. But I did learn later. But so it was something that even to get there, you had to go through some kind of a task and some kind of a test, you know, to prove your heart was in the right place.
This is the first nasty baseball film I've ever seen. I mean, it's
You mean with spitting and language and
no,
things
it's
like
just
that?
it's hot. It's a real sexy film, and I wanted to ask you about feeling comfortable in being so sexy on camera. Is that something you feel real comfortable?
Well, I like sex, and I don't know if that helps, but I never know really what's sexy and what's not. I think that part of what, if it works, makes Kevin and I good together, for instance, is the fact that we understand each other, and so you have a meeting of intelligence that's not only terrifying but seductive. And also the sex scenes were written very specifically. The scene with Tim and I, though some of that was cut, you know, those scenes were scenes. The scenes with Kevin and I were scenes, and one of the things I liked about it was that it dealt with sexuality in a lot of different aspects, so that it was friendly, tender, hungry, you know, all of that, which, and I haven't seen really a sex scene, maybe I missed a good one, I don't know, where you could, where you have all of those things. You know, we wanted it to seem as if we really liked each other, not only lusted for each other.
Yeah, I think it's a film full of a lot of passion, and also passion about people who are changing and growing up more, because everybody at the end of the film is a little bit different than when they started, which is, it keeps the film on a lot of different levels. Was Annie a character that was tough to get a hold of, or was it comfortable to
Well, I didn't have time to worry about that. I had to just kind of hold my breath and dive, because it happened very quickly, and more or less surrendered to the material. I did have moments where I just think, oh God, is the audience going to say, just shut up, you know, enough, you know, is she grating? Because she is just almost caricature, and so you have to just believe it and hold on to some kind of belief in the reality of that person. I think Tim had the same problem with his character, maybe Kevin a little bit less, but in order to give her some dignity and not make her some silly, out of control broad, you know, I felt very strongly about that. But again, you know, Ron writes poetry, so, you know, I had a lot of help.
And it works. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good job. We're proud of you.
Thank you.